Hey guys, so we're gonna do a reading. I'm gonna keep this one kind of short. I don't think I need to do an hour long read on it. But one of the things that we know, we're gonna focus on an object. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to see if I can get the answer. Suddenly, I can't remember the day they put it out, but basically, the police, they've got a thing. Everybody be on the lookout for this. I guess a Hyundai Elantra, right? But now let's just jump forward. Everybody's pretty much heard about the car. I'm gonna shorten it. But we'll talk. New York Post, December 13th. That's today, and that just came out 6:39, and it looks like Idaho authorities retrieved hours of footage from a Moscow gas station Tuesday that reportedly captured a white sedan. Now, see, it's just saying white sedan, but then they're kind of going the Hyundai. How sure are they it's a Hyundai? A lot of cars look like that, but the shape of it when I was looking at kind of the blur versus the Hyundai, it just looks a wee bit different. Okay, but either way, Tuesday that reportedly captured a white sedan speeding by the night before college students were killed, and we know, Maddie, Xana, Kaylee, and Ethan. So, and then it says, like I said, New York Post, hopefully I said that, the surveillance footage could potentially be of importance, as just last week, Moscow police announced that they were looking for the occupants of a white Hyundai who may have critical information in last month's murders. Now, they're just kind of leaving it at that. So we're not, how they can say, come forward, maybe have some critical information, or could this possibly be somebody leaving in the car? They're the whole be on the lookout. And now everybody's, there's people coming out there getting pictures. But I know there was somebody, it was kind of frustrating. Was it a TikTok I saw? Or no, it was a YouTube. Somebody interviewed someone who saw a car in the parking lot, and they're trying to call the police to give a tip and things. And I'm sure they somewhere hopefully got a photo, but they kept getting transferred and transferred and transferred and transferred. Guys, that makes me nervous. Okay, that somebody is sitting there. Hey, there's someone in the parking lot. I'm getting and then please hold, and we'll transfer you. And then they go, oh, okay, you need to go here, and there's some things not smooth about that. I'm just saying, from that one interview, I guess, when you work in call centers for many years, I know how if you got a transfer, I know the frustration. I know people can, and see if people have tips and they're like, man, I'm just trying to help out. I can't be on the phone for 30 minutes. And they're going to give up. So whatever is going on with their system, with the phone, I know they can get full and tap. They either need to hire people to take the calls and do a better job, or something. Okay, because I know they got a whole lot of leads coming in, and I know there's going to be, now guys, I just want to say this. I don't, unless, once in a blue moon, I may, email cops if I really feel strongly, or if I have some pertinent knowledge, or maybe something, obviously, if anybody watched my Tony Ray, the fact that the one woman came to me and she was murdered the next day, I went to the police with that one. That's a huge one, right? Okay. But, it's just, if it's, real powerful, I'll send it to them, or if somebody wants to send my links, that's totally, that's fine. But just don't overload them. I mean, if you're not normally maybe a psychic or this that, if you really know it's you know something very powerful, definitely. But just remember, they're getting flooded. There's people. There was one I don't want to make fun of. I got a little snarky, and I could be wrong on some things I'm feeling too, guys. The cards are never wrong. I could interpret them wrong. Let me say that. I always teach in tarot, the layout is always correct. It's a matter of interpreting it. I know that as a reader. You can't pull a wrong card. You can interpret it wrong. Okay? So they're always right. There are times I've gone back, oh, I see it now. Now I understand what it was trying to say. That's how you learn, though. That's how you learn. But anyway, I'm not going to say where I saw it. But I did see a post somewhere on Facebook. Somebody writes this big whole thing about I have a theory, and they start, and it involves hitmen and gangsters and this and that and vengeance and I don't know all this and sacrifice and it was so crazy and convoluted, and I'm like, man, you need to stop reading all those James Patterson novels. And so, I mean, what the hell and stuff, hitman and everything. Come on, guys, stop it. We getting all, yeah, we called a hitman and we did this because of this. Well, maybe 3 generations ago, the Godfather put a hit on him and his life was taken, and so we're gonna go get what that dude over there, and just stop it, and it all came down, and then it was the kids. Oh, just, oh my God, some of the theories, some true crime people, they get I'm like, are you really? Oh, I think they hired him. I mean, he seems professional. Oh my God, please. Just don't go overboard with it, okay? Sometimes, what is it? Occam's razor. That's what people try to tell you, okay? Anyway, I'm not trying, and like I said, I can interpret this. Everything's looking like this. I show you, that's all I can do. And I know other people that are readers like to compare because, obviously if they see something, they just try to narrow it and show you, some things we feel and stuff. So just do our best. We just do our best, but don't go overboard. Some people get overboard. I swear, I was like, James Patterson, what the hell? And so maybe you should go be writing some books or something, compete with him. That I swear, he's like the most, what does he write? A book all day long. He must write 3 books a day. And so I can see him on the toilet writing a book. I mean, seriously, the man is always making a book. He's incredible. Hey, I'm sure a lot of people would love his life to be that popular. Let's get back to it. I'm sorry I rambled. You guys are absolutely right. I do that. But that's just some of the things I'm seeing. Maybe sometimes it's simpler than we think. But I am very curious. Is it even relevant, or does it have nothing to do and it just happened to be going in the neighborhood? And so we got surveillance footage could potentially be of importance. So some of it is concerning, though, I have to admit. At first, when I was seeing the whole Hyundai, I was like, yeah, that's interesting, a little bit, but I could definitely see that. But now that I know that there's a white sedan going pretty fast at about 3:45. That, yeah. Overnight assistant manager at the gas station told Fox News she'd been analyzing the tapes during her downtime and claimed she saw a white sedan whiz by, so around 3:45 a.m. November 13th. Now, see this, I'm just saying, God, can I even find my old notes? Let me sometimes go ground zero, but I know, I mean, obviously I wrote 3 o'clock. I remember that. Just, no, that's a medium read. Hold on. That was another one. Where's my oldest notes? Just, and that's what I need to do. I need to, sometimes things hit later. So that's why I like to write things down. And Spirit just likes me doing keywords. That's just the way it is. Oh God, that's Quentin Simon. Okay, now Quentin Simon was before. I didn't lose my page. I would trip. Yeah, I did some for Quentin Simon too. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me just double check. I mean, oh my God, I put phone numbers on here. I should. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, obviously I wrote dark. That's But yes, well, either way, I've given this number for anybody who's been following. 323. Like I said, is it an address or is it the moment? But one of the things when I did last night's read, I see this is one I have to shift in pieces. Notice I'm going, let's look at this, focus here. Some you could just do it all in one, but as there's so many angles, and then I can also later connect them. It's complicated, but but I do have the words RS. Possibly if it's not an actual Hyundai, and if it could be something else, and maybe they're just looking at the shape of it, but they were saying something that might not have plates, or I don't know about that. But 3 a.m. that's before the timeline. I just wrote 3 a.m. and then I wrote brush down here, but I wrote 323. So that number came in. So that's why I've wondered at times if that's the moment. I'm not sure. But I definitely see 3 a.m. is definitely a time, but I heard 323. Is 323 an a.m.? I didn't hear an a.m. after it. So that's why that's a tough one, but I wrote it under. So but it's still, I've always known it could possibly be the moment. But the fact is, the car is whizzing by at 3:45 a.m. could be extremely significant. That really did get my attention. And see, this is why I had a problem, especially when the neighbor said he heard something at 4 a.m. My feel is they were gone by 4 a.m. And that's why I had a problem with it, okay? And stuff. I just, it didn't sit with me. At 4 a.m.? That didn't sit with me, knowing Spirit gave me 3 a.m. being significant, and then that 323. Okay, so just that too. So this is at 3:45. So let's go ahead and see what else. And please, guys, don't be calling the gas station people. You know that's they wouldn't want you to do that. But it whizzed by, and let's see. The employee who requested her name be withheld. I don't blame her. Let me see. Name be withheld for her safety while the killer or killers remain on the loose. As said, on Monday night, she spotted the car and emailed a screenshot. Smart. I had a weird feeling to go get on the cameras, the clerk said, who was not working the night of the murder. So far. Oh, maybe she was just up there, or okay. Oh, this is someone later. Oh, never mind. Okay. She said the car was driving fast down Highway 8 before turning on a side street. I don't think I ever got the number 8. Just saying. Okay, that's interesting. So I drove down Highway 8 before turning on a side street. Moscow police said the white Hyundai they are seeing believed to be a 2011 to 2013 Elantra. It says they haven't said falsha, but they believe it. Okay, so they're pretty close. And I'm sure, FBI probably could study, so it probably is. But I would still like to be open to other white sedans. Just something about the lights were just a wee bit different and everything. Police say they do not know the vehicle's license plate. Well, we would, we'd be a lot better off. And unclear if they believed anyone inside of the car was either involved, of course. So this is not saying the person was in the car, but see, the thing is, now I did have to think of it two ways. This is kind of what I was thinking. Say the person obviously was the one who did something and they got in the car and they got out of there. Obviously they would not want to, be found in the car and turn it in. But even, just thinking, even if someone was, they had some information, maybe it's their car, but they had nothing to do with it, I could see them potentially scared coming forward only because, people might know who they are, people might start suspecting them, people, you know what I'm saying, like they give, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden everybody thinks I'm one. I wouldn't blame him. I'd be like, yeah, I'd be kind of scared. I know I didn't do anything and stuff, but I'd be kind of scared to come forward and go, it might have been my car. Yeah, I would be afraid. I'm just saying, I'm just feeling that could be, so I just want to say that just because somebody hasn't come forward doesn't mean it's definitely a guilty person. It could be a completely innocent person, like maybe a young person, obviously college town and all that was just driving. Maybe they were going a little fast. Young people drive fast. Okay. And it's like, I don't want somebody to start suspecting me, talking about me in social media, digging through my Instagram, digging through my Facebook, saying stuff. I get it. Okay. We may never know about this car. I don't know. And let's see. Authorities returned to police station after reviewing tapes. So they did review tapes. They have not commented on findings. Of course not. They never do. Frustration is mounted with law enforcement as they have yet to name a suspect. I know the father, Steve, is getting real frustrated. And I know some people are like, Steve, you got to let him do your job. But you got to understand, Steve, why. There's some things that make me nervous about the cops. I'm not trying to bash. I'm not trying to beat up. I don't want to. But, there's, and I know they've got the FBI, but I just don't feel it's being handled. It's not being handled right. In the sense, at least talk to the parents. If you don't want to talk to public that much, at least talk to the parents. At least give them more clue, because they're getting more frustrated. Okay, they're not getting answers why certain people are being eliminated. I mean, at least give that. Please let me know what their alibi is, so I don't, you know, I can only imagine. And I'm sure the cops understand, and they have to do a job. The whole thing is madness. I get it. I get it. You know, and everything, and then we get tips every day that are viable. I know they're getting tips. I'm sure dozens and dozens of tips. Sort through, prioritize. You know, and of course some of them are not good tips. They're not even relevant. I know some people, and just be careful. Just make sure. I mean, if you really feel strongly, I never want to put down anyone's intuition, even if you're not throwing down tarot. But just but do it only if it's a really strongly, and you got a little something that you could, just don't come at them like you're writing a James Patterson novel. I'm sure they've got to have thousands of theories being sent to them. I get it though. I get it. So anyway, what's next is just continue on. Okay, let me see if there's any other article that could even have a little thing here. Give me a moment. I still got the flu. I finally finished all my Black Friday readings. I am so jazzed. That is done. Some gave me a little extra time. I haven't got 100% better, but enough to get them done. They get a free read. I'm like, it's like giving them a little coupon. I'm like, the ones that said, take your time. I don't, you take as long as you need. They get a free reading. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I mean, there's tons of things on there with the car, and it does. I mean, it's definitely, we know it was there. Okay, there's evidence. I mean, they got like door cams or something. It was there. So that's one of the things. So I just want to give try not to babble too long on it. And I wonder, could RS possibly, do they have? I don't think there's any Hyundai RS. I'm just curious. I just saying. Hyundai RS sedan.
Here are some pictures that match.
Mm-mm. No, that doesn't. Whatever is popping up. No, that one. Yeah, it doesn't have. Oh no, they do have an RS. What is an Octavia? I'm just curious. Is that right, or am I seeing things? I don't know what is an Octavia RS? I'm just curious. Octavia RS. What's that? Oh, that Rally. Oh, Rally Sport. Rally Sport. Hold on. Because I did write down RS. This little guy. What is it? Skoda Octavia RS. It's electrified. It's an electric car. I was just curious if there was a car with the word RS in it, and there is. 2021 Skoda Octavia RS and Hyundai Sonata lined side by side. Skoda Octavia RS. If anybody is a car person, if there is any men that I know, it's like 90 some odd percent are women who subscribe. If anybody knows about I'm just curious, what if they think it's a Hyundai? It's an Octavia RS. I'm just saying. I don't know. I hit some. Let me just wait a minute. Now you're making me mad. Octavia RS. Okay, I'm just gonna give me a moment, because I did write RS down, and I've had no clue yet what it looks like. I'm trying to, but just but I think I don't know how much these are. They're kind of nice. TVRS. I mean, it looks like that. I don't know. Just saying. What? Let me do something real quick. Oh, the iPad downstairs, isn't it? Okay. I don't know. They compare it to, well, the Hyundai Sonata. Okay, listen, I just wanted to look at that. Just something about it. Okay. Let's kind of look at it. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a little look. I'm going to keep this read kind of short. And yeah, I did go back to work today. I did do it. But, oh my Lord. Oh. Okay, well, we know that. Well, and I'm just looking at things in the car. Okay, so the 3 cars, I'm focusing kind of car energy, but of course it's going to go to everything. Killer is a predator who tracks a specific type of victim. Okay, so one of the things, notice that's some keywords. I know I talked a little bit about predator stuff last night. So one of the things about that is true, just like Ted Bundy, just like a lot of people that are predators, they got a type. Now, this, you can see the bigness of this kind of house. We know there's so much centered on the house. Closer observation of the victim's living space may provide clues. Now, we're obviously even around this car being outside, but also lies, deception, and a potential cover-up. Now, I've talked to you guys about that. Somebody hiding their kid and other things. Okay, we talked about just saying. Obviously, there's going to be lies and deception and a cover-up. Okay. I'm concerned. A lot of people are, but please don't write a James Patterson novel over it. Let's just see what Spirit says. Now, Spirit wants me to go to another deck. Not thought this time. Give me a moment. I'm gonna have to get up, you guys. Got to do what the Spirit says. You never know what you're gonna get. I do have. Hopefully, I can find it. There it is. It's gonna be my social one. Now, this one I like for political reads when I do them. If anybody likes political reads, I do those too. But this of course, we could talk about all the other guys another day. This is important. I don't read reversals with this deck. This is Everyday Enchanted Tarot. It's very good. This is the one they want to look. Now, I know there are cards in it. All right. 8 of coins. Okay. Master of the Crapper. Focus. Now, what was that, number 8? What was the number 8? Oh my God, what was it? We were talking about number 8. Would they turn down that? Yeah, they went to, the Highway 8. Okay. That's part of it. Part of the reason 8 is there. We do know people, it drove by this convenience store. People were working. Okay, got that. Crossing is a Hierophant. Doesn't he look like the cop? He looks like the guy that always speaks to the main chief or whatever. Let me pull it up a little bit so you can see it so I don't show it on its side. Looks like him. With the kind of the gray hair. A little bit older. He's obviously, we got the, and we do even have kind of, it almost looks like students, in this one, that are kind of listening to him. And so I know all the students in Moscow are really hanging on his every word, just wanting new information on everything. I know the man cares. I know he does. He must be overwhelmed. And this must be killing him. And then when to get up there and try to talk to everybody, I'm sure it's like he can't say, I'm sure he would love to talk to us, but he can't. He really wants to do this right. Seeing the Hierophant card is good, but I do notice it is kind of crossing in there. I feel the reason why it's kind of cross oppose in energy, and of course I could even really shift Eight of Pentacles. A lot of people working on it, people that are, that too, of course, is, there's some, frustration, there's being protective, of course, and wanting to make sure nothing gets messed up. I get it. Here we go. Let's go ahead and look. Ace of Swords. Now, this deck, it's a very interesting depiction. It's a little bit different. There's a lot of talk about a dog. Okay, now, let me talk about a couple things here. Do you notice something coming in? Just let me do my thing. I still want to talk about the car. There's been a lot of talks about dogs. Okay, we know the dog that survived. There was a dog skinned. Somebody's mom and dad are surgeons, doctors. Ace of Swords. I will tell you, there is something that I thought of about Hoodie. Now, I know Hoodie. What if Hoodie had nothing to do with it? Bear with me, though. If it all happens that is the one, there was a thought that Spirit gave me, and I don't know if you guys thought of it. There is something very sacred with doctors, surgeons that can use scalpels and tools to be able to save lives. Okay, when you think of that, this 2 doctors, 2 surgeons. This is in the hidden area, guys. The kids' parents are both doctors. They're surgeons. Ace of Swords. That's been, anytime I read Crowley, that's the weapon. And I talk to you guys, the Ace of Swords can destroy. Absolutely. But also, there is the other. Obviously, like when you think of a scalpel, it's really, how you use the element, right? You could save lives with it. A surgeon uses them in a very powerful way to actually heal. There is an irony if it does end up coming to light, that it's almost a blasphemy of something these parents do, where another one takes a weapon and apparently the description is gouges these people. I mean, very gouges. These are people who use the Ace of Swords to help save lives and heal. What it's an irony that it's almost like, I mean, it's both. You could almost say both using the power of the sword, and you see what I'm saying. Now let's focus on that car. Something that came to me, and then man, I mean, I'm looking here. I got 2 surgeons in the fucking thing. It's real hard not to go that way. And I mean, and in this whole thing, if it ended up being someone else and there's a something, thing here, then I would be like, I'm not sure why. Maybe somebody messing with the cards. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I'm doing my best to keep everything cleansed, guys. I'm doing my best. But that's kind of a shocking card to look at right there. Now, of course, we know the dog lives. This guy's going to live too, probably, right? Saving the dog and everything. But there's something there, with having surgeons also, and the Ace of Swords. Like I said, that's been the weapon when I read. Okay, there's an irony of having parents, you could say, who use the sword to heal, save lives. And really it is almost like a godlike type of thing, for a doctor to go in and, with a heart or this, that, amazing. I mean, they are, they could be like an angel on earth, really. And then to have a child who gouges. If this is all correct, let's get back to this car. Let's see what's going on. Is it relevant? Is the Hyundai, did the killer drive the car? Or if it's just an innocent witness here, okay? Okay, I'm going into past energy. There's the tower. Okay, we got that kind of horrific kind of energy we know. Ace of Cups. Notice there's 3 girls in here. I know they all look a little different. We got 3 young girls. Okay, Ace of Cups. Love. 3 young girls in here. Okay, we, of course, got the Tower, overlapping them. They kind of stuck together. Oh my God. Do you see it? Oh my God, you guys. Look at that. There's a little, there's another person there and there's another person there. So it's almost like we got, could that be Ethan? And then we've got, another little person there. But these would all be good people. This is Ace of Cups. So it's like maybe that is Ethan kind of standing behind here. And I know we have African American, but still, the embodiment, the youth. This really represents them, And then the Tower, the chaos, the violence, the eruption. But we've got that 6 of coins. Give me a moment. This one is a different deck. Always study your art because Spirit, I do notice I got a little Santa Claus guy in there. Something could come in during, we're in December, guys. We're in December. I know. We got somebody, kind of money and stuff like that. I know people, I know people have been wanting to do stuff. Just look at the art though. Hang on. I do got that. We got a dog in this one. Look like right there. And it's almost like pawing at her coat and everything. It's a generous, yes. But and that dog, oh my God. Let me see if you can see it. I want you to look at the look on the dog's face. Can you kind of see it? It has and it's pointing to this woman who's clearly got some wealth. It's almost like the dog is pointing and kind of looking and everything. Just something about it. And it's just interesting. All right, let's just sit with that. That's just, but I feel something involved. Now I don't want to come up with big fat theories. Did somebody pay someone off? Is somebody being a little more lenient on somebody because they have money, because they donate? 6 of Pentacles can definitely be about donating. Just saying, guys. So let me do my thing. 9 of Coins. Let me kind of go ahead and look at this. Study this energy. Now it's going to be a little different. Hold on. There's something in there. It's trying to, let me focus. Trying to get to the answer of the Hyundai here. Whoever drives that Hyundai, I'm pretty sure there's this wealth energy there. Somebody has money. Let me put something, I want to do one more on the back end. 2 of Coins, 2. 2 of Coins to me. Okay. Parties, lavish, lifestyles. Hold on, definitely. I could see this, yeah. Bar scene, lifestyle. I'm not necessarily getting the one juggling the two here, but trying to take into a scene, kind of like the bar scene, the bar. Okay, just sit there. 9 of Coins. Let me think on that for a minute. I need to study that woman a little more. Hold on one second. 4 Swords. Lay low energy. 2. It's definitely kind of makes me feel, I know there's a lay low before, but I actually feel there's a lay low now. I want you to kind of look at the scene. We got a tent. We're kind of in the wilderness. Are we in a wilderness? Are we in a jungle, a forest, or something? Whatever this is, like I'm focusing kind of out of town energy. Okay. I want to talk about the car. Tell me if the car means anything. The Spirit's going to do it. Okay, what is the best way to do it? Okay, Spirit, give me the feelings, attitudes, emotions of the person who drove the car. Let's narrow it down. I know it's in the area. I know it's there. I'm wondering if it's really a Hyundai though. I'm not sure about the Octavia RS. I only wrote RS. But I'm just wondering if there's something. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something similar. But that's okay. Hold on. I'm focusing. Okay. On the one who drove the car. Okay. I'm focusing on the energy of the one who drove the car. This one is the King of Blades. Now, one of the things about this, the person who drives the car, I do not feel is a king. Okay, just so you know. But it's choosing this card to show me something. That it's very possible the weapon itself, do you see it as evidence and an evidence tag? See, that's probably why Spirit wanted me to use this tag. I'm focusing on the driver of the car. It looks like the weapon was in that car. Okay, they're not the King of Blades. I'll explain in a minute. They're not the king. Spirit's trying to point me. The person in there had evidence of the weapon. It's in the hand of the king. The king tells the truth. Okay? And it would be very critical. Now, I still kind of feel we might have ditched that knife. But it's making me feel it's in that car. There you go. Death. There you go. I'm focusing on the driver of the car. Death. And now I know this is a nicer, people image. I'm about to have a cough attack. Hang on, guys. So, two things there. I'm focusing on the driver, the evidence, the weapon that led to death. So let me do my thing. Now, do you see the spirit walking behind? I'm telling you, I feel a spirit. I feel, I feel possibly Xana's spirit trying to help here. And I know it's crow season. That's a long story. Page of Cups. Let me just kind of focus. Oh. Yeah. I see that kind of innocence, kind of energy and everything. I'm really sorry, guys. If you look at the Page of Cups card, do you see the 3 girls and the rainbow? And the I love you kind of energy there. And there is even a little boy who's drawing and stuff. So it's looking so far that car needs to be found. It needs to be found. A 10 of Cups has always represented the house. And they're saying that obviously and we've got 4 people here, all the families, but it's not perfect. It's got little crows up there. We got that hangman. The hangman. This is, I guess a good way to, I know the hangman can be, things seem suspended. Everybody's trying to see this whole thing from a different perspective. Hold on. But this hangman, see, there's 2 types of hangman. There's 2. Saint and sinner. Let me explain something. A little bit about tarot. There's a reason why I say that. And some tarot, I know some tarot people might be like, no, hangman means that's okay. That's okay. And stuff. We have, we always want to kind of have a good foundation. But still, there are certain things you learn over time. The hangman is always kind of hanging upside down. Okay. It looks like, he's almost like he's crucified upside down, right? Okay. The reason why, is St. Peter, when they were ready to crucify him, he said, Don't crucify me like the Christ. I'm not worthy. And that's why he requested to be crucified upside down. He didn't feel worthy. But also in certain areas that practice crucifixion, traitors were crucified upside down. So with this hangman, you can see this kind of wild, you know, we could almost say a child, we could almost say even somebody in the 20s, this kind of, you know, and everything's obviously turned upside down. That would be easy, you know, and stuff. And it's very, and you can see the people, everybody, you know, the city of Moscow, because of all this, you know, and I know it can feel like everything's, you know, hung up, and it kind of, you know, in this card, kind of shows the attitude of the person, like, you know, they think they've got control of the situation. And I know it's, you know, things are a matter of time. You know, we've got that, you know, that dove. The people, you know, inevitably they just want peace. They want to heal. It's hovering over. We'll get there. We'll get there, you know, is what the Spirit's saying. And I know everything is frustrating. I know it's hard. But so far focusing on, if I just say, let's focus on driver, the evidence is in that car. Yes. It was somewhere in there. That evidence is in there. Queen of Cups. What if I've been talking about? Who's the mother? Who's the mother that's been... Now this is interesting. I know it's not a car, but I got the Knight of Wands. And I know an angry, you know, kind of Knight of Wands energy. I know it's on a motorcycle. We're just going to have to deal with the motorcycle. Okay, and stuff. There's definitely an anger, a fire... You know, Spirit's doing the best thing they can, you know, to work with a vehicle. I've only got one car in here, and it actually could show up and everything. But let me go ahead and say, yeah, this driving fast, this car needs to be found. Because when I tune into the driver energy or what's going on, is it relevant or not? That the fact that we've got that King of Swords energy, the evidence is it was in that car. Death. Right next to it, death, evidence, and even this kind of energy, you know, the young people and everything, you know, it's all there. It's all there. Okay. Oh wow. Oh, I picked up the tower. That's why. For all intents and purposes, I'm not feeling more than one in that car. I'm not feeling it, but I want to just focus on them. Very interesting though. I'm seeing why Spirit wanted me to pick that card or this deck, because the Ace of Swords is one weapon energy. It always is. And there's surgeons on it. I guess Spirit wanted me to pull a couple. The light at the end of the tunnel is we're getting closer. We're getting a little bit closer, guys. The light is coming, the light at the end of the tunnel. And this is, you can see all the people kind of crying, is, you know, everything that's going on in Moscow, Idaho. It just might be coming. Something's happening there. And then the Nine of Cups, you know, that could be about wishes come true. I know what one of the things, the wishes, everybody's caught and everything. Let me kind of go ahead. I'm going to just one last thing Spirit wants to say. Yeah, and just like that with the King Coins energy, you know, this, you know, we've got this town. Now, you know, I've talked about like brush, like sagebrush. I still feel, though, I don't feel the weapons in the car anymore. I don't feel the weapons in the car anymore. I think it's thrown into like a field or a brush or a sagebrush or something. Now, we do have some really good growth garden energy there. I mean, somewhere, you know, some kind of growth. Okay. Now I know where is the card. That I don't even know if I'm possible. I can do that. That's a tricky one, but it's tricky. I feel though definitely. I mean, we know they got on that 8 or whatever, and the 8 is the first. But it looks like that car is actually looking to be relevant. I wasn't sure. I sat on it and I'm like, God, it's probably just a car. It's just, you know, not that I hadn't thrown on it focus. Maybe I was just more, I just want to have a, you know, suspect or something. Just catch him. I don't know. But no, it looks like it's relevant. What Spirit's saying is the knife was in that car. The knife you saw it. You saw it. The evidence, and I'm hoping it's achievable to find find it. Except, but I'm just a little concerned it might be thrown in something. I know some people have seen buried, but yeah, this kind of Knight of Wands energy. I know it's a motorcycle. We'll have to deal with it. But just if you look at this image, now remember the Knight of Wands energy can be very sometimes can be angry. And this deck definitely the feisty, and he's kind of like I won, and we got a fox in the background, some trickery. It's real heavy energy. And I'm going to go ahead and, for all intents and purposes, say this card was going really fast. Now, if I just want to, I know maybe this is a little speculative, but oh my God. Guys, you got to admit that's weird. The dog and the surgeons and everything. That's weird. Surgeons. Yeah, the Knight of Coins really, with the crown and stuff, having that good life and... yeah, but very often, this could be some kind of well-to-do woman or something, kind of, I noticed reading a book, kind of studying and things like that. Someone could, I don't get the mother energy with that. Queen of Cups is always that. It's someone else. I'm going to leave that one up. I might have to leave that up in the air. I have a feeling another woman kind of stepping forward with some information, possibly. Somebody who's, as she's kind of reading that book, kind of watching some things, has some knowledge. Makes me feel something going on with it. Let me just, oh God, what do I do with my phone? Okay. I don't know if I can get many keywords. See, and this is no excuse, I swear to God. I do better with people than objects. Okay. And I know a person drives a car. I can easily just focus on that. I do better with people, though. Objects is really hard, but I know you never know what you're going to get. I'll just... Oh. But I know, especially once they would see, that car was... Kind of irritates me, though, the Hangman. No, I definitely got... Now, see, the reason why... Oh, also, I wanted to say that Hangman Trader energy. I'm sure fraternities... probably have... I never was in a sorority, so I don't know, guys, but I know there's a thing with loyalty, and somebody maybe doing something real bad could be considered a traitor, and just a little something. Okay, somebody that betrayed a fraternity. I definitely get that Hangman is mischievous. There's some... Okay. And I will try to... now, I forgot the address, but I know it's something Troy Avenue. Okay, I noticed that. It was maybe 805 Troy or something, but let me just focus. I'm just gonna, if there's any, yeah, I definitely get it. Yeah, I know we got out of town, but I could see someone driving fast if they wanted to, make up some time, Now, I'm hearing something like 5:33, which makes me think a time. No, I don't know how irrelevant, but something maybe that I know, okay, it looks like that car is seen about 3:45, but maybe somewhere on another surveillance. Now, remember, if you look at my last read, there was, I believe it was the last one, surveillance, one of them. More surveillance I knew was coming. Okay, but I'm wondering if there's some surveillance around that time, like around 5:30, 5:33, somewhere that could be relevant. I know it's kind of wide, but that's what I'm hearing. Hold on. I'm hearing something about, well, it was Sunday, but no. Okay, Spirit. No, there's, hold on. I know it was Sunday. Yeah, okay. I know. I hear pillars, but then I heard pillars of the community. Okay, so just me. And then I heard pillars. Could be parents, but it also could be representing something else. Okay, just... I see plastic. I feel well, that definitely gives me a premeditated feel. Okay. I feel like maybe in the vehicle, they may have put plastic in it. Think about it. I guess that would make sense, because if you're going to go in and do something, and you know what's going to, when you go in, you don't want to get anything on there. I feel there's plastic on the seats, which then you got to discard it, right? I'm pretty sure this car is relevant, guys. It's relevant. Now, I'm not sure if it's a Hyundai. I did write down RS, and that's why I just wanted to look. But yeah, just being open to other models, I guess, is what I would say if I was gonna say anything. I hear something about tea. I know that sounds general, but like a tea, maybe like a tea house. That's not is. Do they call anything a tea house? Hold on one second. Let me. I'm being directed more in a Boise area, so hold on one second. Boise area. Oh, Boise area. Stop it. Hold on. Boise, Idaho, and tea house.
Here are the listings for tea house near Boise.
Okay, I mean there's the Whale Tea Potter's Tea House, but I don't see anything called Tea House. Oh yeah, well wait. No. That's tea rooms. Maybe like a little house with tea a lot. Oh, hold on. What's this? Actually there is. Hold on one second. Is that in Boise though? Hold on. What is this? Where's it located? Don't call, and if I am picking it up around a place, don't call these people. Promise me? Okay. Keep your word. Spirit don't like stuff like that. Is it in Boise? I don't. Oh, maybe is it just an online thing? Okay, I don't know. Okay, something with tea house. Let me just set it aside. I don't like to focus too much. I could get obsessed on one thing. Okay, hold on. But yeah, there's a little, maybe something that would be called a tea house. But I'm kind of, like there is a Snake River tea in Boise. There's something with tea. Let's leave it at that. Okay, but I'm being directed to a Boise. Hold on one second. Sometimes I could do good with maps, guys, but it's tricky. See, I don't always know. What are the guides seeing? What is the higher self seeing? 412. Hold on. Okay, so is there a highway 412, Boise, Idaho? Is there a highway 412 in Boise, Idaho? I don't know.
According to Wikipedia, US 64, US 412 travels concurrently to Guymon, Oklahoma. US 385 southwest of Boise.
Oh no, that's way over.
The
No,
highways travel concurrently to Boise City.
No. Oh no. That's that highway is way up. No, Spirit, narrow me down a little bit. Let me just leave 412 there. It could be, maybe it's part of an address. That's okay. Hold on. Give me like a But I do feel like maybe got in the Boise area. Where is it? It don't matter. Where is it now? I hear scatter, so that makes me feel some things kind of scattering stuff. Maybe some of this plastic. I definitely feel I'm feeling pretty strong that there may be some like plastic that was like in there already. It could be garbage bags even, but plastic. Okay, that would make sense if you don't want to leave stains. Okay. No, that's Washington. Hold on. Hold on. How far is Moscow, Idaho from Silverwood?
The drive from Silverwood Theme
that's
Park
quite a
to
bit.
Moscow
Okay.
is 100.3 miles.
Oh no, no. Okay, Moscow. Oh, it's so right there. Okay. in that area. Okay. Give me a moment. How far is Silverwood from Boise, Idaho?
The drive from Boise
14
to
minutes.
Silverwood Homeowners Association is 7.0 miles.
No. How far is Boise, Idaho from Silverwood Theme Park?
The drive from
Oh,
Silverwood
no, that's...
Theme Park to Boise is 395.2 miles.
No, that's too far. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. No. It's too far. Too far. Where are we going? No. Hold on. Spring Meadow and Boise, Idaho.
Here is a map of East Spring Meadow Lane, Boise, Idaho, 83706.
I was hearing Spring Meadow. I feel like we're almost like maybe in that Boise, Idaho area. There is a Spring Meadow subdivision. I'm not certain if that is relevant. Sometimes some certain things come to me. Unless there is a Spring Meadow in another city, that is a possibility. I want to say that. But it does look like it's a it's like is it a suburb? I don't know how to call this and stuff. It's but I see it's a lane, but I think it's a subdivision is what it is. I don't know if there could be relevance to Spring Meadow subdivision in Boise, but I was hearing Spring Meadow. Okay. I keep hearing charcoal diamond. Now I would think coal diamond, but they're saying charcoal diamond. I have no clue what that means. Give me a moment. They go like maybe something of mine or hold on one second. Idaho and charcoal diamonds. That means
Here are some pictures that match.
I do not know what that means. Give me a moment. Diamonds versus coal discovery kit. Oh. Charcoal diamonds. Hold on. Hold on a minute. There's an Idaho National Laboratory. Okay. Trying to figure out. That was actually a couple years ago doing work with charcoal and diamonds, carbon and things. Something. I don't know. It just pulls some stuff up. I'm wondering if somewhere, something in that vicinity or something. I don't know if that's kind of a far out kind of thing. I'll try a little bit more. Just one more. I was wondering, it almost looks, it's not real. When I see it like, I keep seeing a forest kind of area. It's almost like I see it parked. There's a bunch of trees. I'm not sure if it's little cabins or anything. I want to be careful, as I know there's been talk of a cabin. But I keep seeing, anytime I try to visualize the vehicle, it's in trees. It's within trees. That's the sucky part. And I feel like it's possible went through Montana, because I just heard it. So it might be out of Idaho, and actually, because I did feel some Boise things, maybe because maybe there's surveillance, but it could be actually all the way in Montana at this point. Hopefully, some of that video, they could possibly get a license plate. It's from Montana. That would certainly explain some of this stuff here. No, it's not Super 6. It's Super 8. Hold on. Montana and Super 6. Is this right? It's a Super 8, isn't it? Motel 8, Super 6. Okay. Oh, there is. Oh, it could be Motel 6. I wonder if I feel like it's maybe been just some hotels too. Um, Maybe it might have been in a motel at a certain point. Just kind of like, I'm not sure. We just had to get away, I think, or something. I don't know. Unless it's just kind of ditched in a motel. That's a possibility. That would be weird. I don't know. I'm gonna go a little bit, and then I know the flu is killing me, guys. I do hear Maverick. Now I know that's a movie. You know, that unfortunately that could give me a lot. But I know there are gas stations called Mavericks. So let me leave it at that. I'm starting to feel the flu. I can't believe I coughed a little bit, but I made it through. So in assessment, so far with what I've got, this is one of those big ones. You gotta. It's like maybe I could do 1-2 reads. I've never had to look at so many angles. I'm pretty sure that car is involved, and I see why they put it out there. Okay, now I would think now, just this is pure speculation. I would think FBI is probably ahead of us. They really are, in that they've got to know if certain people have a vehicle, registered to them. They got to know. They got to know, right? And unless it is a rental or it's something like that, right? All things can be possible. And I'm not necessarily getting a rental figure, but you can see that Knight of Wands. I know it's a motorcycle. We're doing the best we can with tarot, but we definitely drove off, and you can see the rage and the anger, right? But also at the same time, I got away with it. High on adrenaline, right? So I'm pretty sure the person was in that car. Also, because the King of Swords energy, we've got that evidence. I show you. See, that's why Spirit wants me to grab this deck. This is what Spirit does. They've got the evidence in the hand. To show, because I'm going, what the person in the car. I'm focusing on the person driving the car. Are they involved? The evidence is in there, leading to death. And then you've got this Page of Cups energy. Obviously showing children. We see 3 girls. We see a little boy. Innocence lost, right? Okay, we're pretty sure a kid's not in the car. That's not what. No, there's no kid in the car. Pretty sure it's one person. Okay, but that's so blatant. The evidence, the knife in the car. It's so blatant. See, that's why I try to read for you guys in a blunt way. I try to give you an education and everything, to like explain it, make it simple. I know sometimes, and this is no knock to anybody, just forgive me. Some people can be very vague and it's not explaining. I try to be very specific and stuff and point to certain things like, wow. And that card, the Ace of Swords and the parents and the surgeon, there's 2 surgeons. Now, I think they are technically both male in that image, but still representing maybe parents that are surgeons. But that was something that hit me after I did that read last night. Like I said, if all is interpreted correctly, that's some blatant stuff there, okay? But that, having a family of surgeons and then having this darkness and going and doing, it's almost like a blasphemy to the art of being a doctor, a healer, saver of lives. Do you see it? It's crazy. I feel there's a connection there. Something about parents that are surgeons that are saving lives and things like that. But then also, this craziness, this rebellion, this until this death. Using the power to destroy. There's something there with that. Okay. Something I feel. It just came to me a little bit later, and then when I saw that, I'm like, well, Spirit wants me to say it. What I was kind of hearing last night, very clearly, with that. And then there's a dog in it, in this one. See, you never know. Like, I could go out, I could pick up a jack. And you just got to kind of feel it out. Sometimes like being in a room and there's no light on and you've got to use another sense to, you know how you do that. Say you walk in a room and it's like you kind of got an idea where your bed is, where this, that, where there's maybe a chair, but you're having to tune into something else. It's the only way to not, stub your toe or fall and trip on something. But you can do it, okay? So I know that's what we're doing, but don't write James Patterson novels, okay? In this case, please don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not. But at the same time, somebody had posted TikTok in one of the groups. Somebody was like, "Well, I'm a criminal. This, that." Basically, telling everybody, in I the true crime community or whatever you want to call it, to stay in your lane, stay out of it, and all that. And and I just I don't often comment on posts. Some people are like, "Yeah, I agree," but they're in a true crime group. What do you do in a true crime group if you agree with her? And I just replied, "Don't fuck with cats." In the sense that social media can be helpful. By obviously this being for one, keeping it in the public, people and everything like that. It's going to have people look around and then seeing it in the news, and then they're going to they may see something that's helpful, right? It can be. I know there's always going to be jerks. I know there's always going to be jerks. I get that, but you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. She's kind of saying that. Let's throw the baby out with the bathwater. Well, let's not have another John Benet Ramsey. That's what I say to that. Okay, I do hope this helps, guys, and just kind of give some tidbits on that. I wish I could get a little more on keywords. It's kind of hard. I feel though maybe Boise, and it may hit Montana somewhere. Just something maybe even going that far.